Now let's go to music. What will happen in music? So we played actually professional musicians from the Juilliard School, this segment by Brahms. A second. So, and again, what you can see that in these musicians, there is a tendency to respond in a very similar way in a particular network of brain areas. And that includes, again, the auditory cortex, area in the superior temporal gyrus. You can see also in the motor cortex, there is a strong responses in musicians, and also in subthalamic, in thalamus and basal ganglia, subcortical areas, okay? So now, and we talked about it a bit during these 2 days of conference. What is the relationship between language and music? So now what we can do, we can take this map and compare it to the map that we saw within people that listening to the story. And what you can see that the stories first activate a very extensive brain areas that are not activated by the music. Then you can see in orange, there is also an overlap between areas that respond to music and to stories. And these also areas that are really unique to musicians, and you don't see any linguistic responses. So the answer is somewhere in between. There are some overlap between the systems, but also they really tend to be different systems processing these two stimuli. So this is like the beginning of the talk. This is like the background. So what basically we see that these natural stimuli have tendency to evoke very similar responses across all of you as an audience. And we think that these similarities are really fundamental, and we really believe that they are the basis for communication. So we really believe that the fact that our brains are similar, this is what that allows us to communicate with each other. Because if you think about it, for example, I grew in a very different cultures. I grew up in Jerusalem, and yet I can communicate with your brains. And it's like an amazing thing. And we think that this amazing thing is coming because we all have the very underlying similar brain responses.